Hi, I am Nazlı. In this video, I will tell you why we started building Monday Hero, and also I will show you how you can use it and fasten your development process up to 50%. In Monday Hero, our aim is to help product teams build production-ready apps much faster. And we are doing this by converting designs to code. What I mean by designs is it can be any design file that is prepared in Figma, Adobe XD or Sketch file. Now let's start and see how we can use Monday Hero. Here there's a travel application that we prepared, and once you download Monday Hero plugin, you will see the plugin under plugins menu. So I click Monday Hero, and then you need to first, on Figma, you need to first log into the plugin. In Adobe XD or Sketch, you don't need to log into the plugin. There are videos, there are detailed videos for each tool, and you can check it. You can check them separately. And in this video, I will show you how to and we will work with Figma tool, but you can follow the same steps for every other tool, like Adobe XD and Sketch. So let's start with login, and I click Allow Access, and now it's connected. As a second step, Monday Hero asks for the Figma file URL, and we can get this by clicking Share. And I will paste this link here, and I click Next. Now the plugin is ready to use, and we can start by uploading designs to Monday Hero. But the only thing that you need to be careful about before importing designs to Monday Hero is images. So, for example, there's an icon here, and this icon is consisting of 3 different layers, as you can see here. If you don't group them and make the group exportable, Monday Hero will get this as 3 different images, because it is basically 3 different paths here. So, but as a developer, I need only one whole image of this icon. So I right click and group 3 of them, and then there's a button here in Figma that says export, and I click export. Then you can also see how it will look while it's exported. And you don't need to export everything to your computer. All you need to do is just clicking this export button, and Monday Hero will get this exportable image into Monday Hero automatically once you upload your designs. So we are ready now, and let's select the screens and click export. And let's start with an empty project, and I will name this empty project as travel application, and I will select Flutter for the development language, and I click create and then import to the project. Right now, Monday Hero is getting all the images, text styles and colors in the Figma design, so that you don't need to actually code all of them one by one, like your colors and text styles in your design document, like you can see here. Monday Hero will automatically also get these names too. However, if you didn't give any names, you don't need to worry. Monday Hero will automatically rename every color. Monday Hero will give any color a name. So it will upload soon. I will close this and start coding. Once you click to your project, you will first see any reusable component that you created in your project. So this is like your development component library. And here you will see all the screens that you uploaded from your design documents like Figma, Adobe XD, and Sketch. And in the last tab, you will see all of the colors, text styles, strings, and all of the assets and images too. Here, Monday Hero automatically names them, names colors, fonts, and text styles, but you can quickly change the name and use with any name in your project. And you can do this for text styles too, as you can see here. So let's start coding now from our screens. First, I will start with a list screen because every app has list screen and it's so common in applications in different formats. And then once I show this how to code this screen, then I will show you how to get other screens and also how to create custom widgets too. Okay, as you can see here, I clicked here, and on the left you will see all of your elements on the page, and on the right you will get the code of it once you click Mark as Ready button. Once you first open the screen, Monday Hero will get everything as text, containers, or images. So once you first open, you won't have any buttons, text fields, or any other custom widgets. You need to create them by yourself because this Monday Hero is like an assistant to help you in the development. So you can quickly tag the components here. So you can, for example, this is an image. However, maybe once I click that heart icon, I want to count it. So I actually need to make a clickable button. So I'm selecting create a new instance of a button and I click finish. Now, as you can see, I have an icon button here. And for this screen too, I have a list. So in the Flutter development, I need a list view builder for this page. So it's also easy to create too. Here, I am selecting this page, all of the components in the list that will scroll. So, and I right click and say, create a new instance of a list view builder. And I will click next. As a second step, it asks me to select the cell prototype that will repeat itself. So for list views, we need to get the data from the API and repeat the data in this list in the scroll view. So I'm selecting the cell prototype as second step, and this will be a reusable widget too, because I will basically reuse this widget in this list, and I can also reuse this widget later in my other list too. So I'm selecting this part, and let's call it new post list, and I click finish. Now, as you can see, it's a list view component here, and you can also see the reusable component, reusable cell that we just created here. Let's click to our component first and see if we like the results, because once we create our components, we will automatically create the code for it too. And Monday Hero automatically guesses rows, columns, and stacks for making the code responsive, so that the code can work well in different well in iPhone 13 or iPhone 14 or any other different size of phone. So and you can make this as a Flutter developer with columns, rows, and stacks. And Monday Hero basically just does the same, but it does it automatically for you. And you can review the results. And then if you like the estimation, you can keep it. If you don't like it, you can just remove all rows and columns and stacks here by just turning this button off, and then you will remove all of them. Or let's say you just want to remove one of the rows, you think this is not a row, this should be a stack or something else, then you can just delete, or you can create a new row, column, or stack. So Monday Hero is like an assistant, and you are free to generate any code here. Okay. Now, as you can see, the code is generated. Let's preview the code and see if we like the results. And if we don't like it, we will just edit it together. Yes, here this looks almost the same, but as you can see here, there is heart icon, and likes text is not on the right. So as a developer, I know that this should be on the right in every different size of the phone. So what I would do is I would check the responsive code that Monday Hero gave me automatically. So let's see. It says there's one row here, but as a Flutter developer, I need to have another group here like row, and then I need to put a space between so that they would be separate in different font sizes. So let's do that with our Flutter information, and I right click, and then I select embedded in a row, and I click finish. Then I am selecting the parent row because I want to put a space between in the elements of that row. So I right click and I click edit instance, and on the main axis alignment I select space between and I click save. Then I will refresh and see that the code is updated. Yeah, here, as you can see, now it's on the right. And we can also find this in the code too. So I will type space between, and you can see it's in the row. So as you can see, Monday, you can find all the summary of this code here on the left. So once you create your widgets, reusable widgets, or once you create your screens from Monday Hero, you can make sure that they are working correctly, and then you can sync it to your project. Before syncing the code to our project, we created one widget, and now let's see how the screen works with it, and then we can create custom widgets too. Let's go back to screen, and I click here, and on the left I can see that make responsive layout is turned off, but because so you can see there's no columns, rows, or stacks here. But before that, I will remove this bar from the code because Monday Hero doesn't support button bar navigation yet. So I will just right click and say don't include. And I will open this to get all the rows and columns automatically. And if I don't like, I can just change it as I say by just right clicking and then editing or deleting. Right now I created the column and we have lists and we have buttons on the screen, and now it is ready to get the code. So I click Mark as ready, and you can see here the code is created, and you can see in the code there is a list view, and it is also connected to this page, to this reusable custom widget. So let's preview this screen too. Here, as you can see, I have this list in scroll, and right now I created this screen. Maybe it would take about like 3 or 4 hours to code this from scratch, but we just created it in like 10 minutes with Monday Hero, and while I'm also telling you about how to use it. So instead of coding everything manually, you can get the designs code from Monday Hero automatically, and you can then connect this code into your API, and your app would be ready for production. And as you can see, this is a list page. Now let's see how we can create other custom components and other custom widgets that you can reuse in your project as a developer. So here we have form pages, and I have another basic page here. Let's go to this page first. Here I have a login button, and I want to reuse this button in other screens too. So that's why I need to create a reusable custom button. I can do this by selecting these two layers, and I either right click and select create a custom button, or I can select from suggestions too if I have it. Since it's a custom button, it's not on the suggestions, I will click more, and then I will click create a custom button. Let's give it a variable name. Let's say this is a login button, or actually this should be a primer button. And I click finish. Now this component is created, and we can see this component under components page 2. So you can create all of your reusable buttons, text fields, and also widgets from Monday Hero. So let's create one reusable widget too, so you can see how to do it too. Here I want to get this as reusable widgets. So I am selecting this part of the screen, and I either right click and say create a custom widget, or I can select create a custom widget from here. And let's give it a variable name. Let's say this is a profile view, and I click finish. Right now the component is created. I will click go to component, and the code is automatically created here, and you can see columns and also rows from there, and we can also see all of our components here. So if you create a new project, and let's say another developer starts working with you, you can just show this component library to the new developer so that he can also learn the project faster. And once you are ready and once you created all of your screens and components here, you can sync all of them to your project. We only need to remember one thing. So for example, I created a widget from this page, but I didn't click mark as ready for this screen. So if I only want to get the widget code, then it's enough what I did. But if I also want to get this screen as a code too, I need to click this, so that let's say you have screens that you only want to create widgets from, then you don't need to mark as ready for them. But if you want to also get the code of this whole page, then you can click as mark as ready so that you get the code for the screen too. But I won't get this, so that I will mark as draft and go back to my screen. Okay, now we are ready, and let's sync all of the components and screens to our project and see what's the code that we get from Monday Hero. In order to sync your project to your local, you need Monday Hero application, desktop application. And yes, I just refresh the page and I click my project and I will click one of the components. Here you will see the settings button. On the settings button, it will ask for you to Monday Hero path project path. And you can also find a starter project for syncing this to your base faster. And in this empty project, you will find this folder structure. Let's go and download it. You will see this screen. Let's download the codes. Yes, now I downloaded it, and let's go to Android Studio, and I will click open. And downloads and Flutter projects. This is the empty project that I just downloaded with the folder structure. So we have theme for the colors, and this file is for Monday Hero generated colors and text styles. And you can also, if you want to add any other text style into your project that is not in the design, you can just add them here by using this code. And also same applies for text styles, and all of the assets will be downloaded into assets folder. And you will also find translations folder for the strings that is automatically generated with Monday Hero under Monday Hero generated folder. And you can add any custom string here too that is not on the design, so that once you create, let's say once you add new screens, Monday Hero will automatically sync strings, colors and text styles under Monday Hero generated files, so that they won't so that your files will be only changed by you, and you don't need to update anything in this file. Please do not edit them, because Monday Hero will automatically update this file once you click sync button. It looks red. We have red Here we can just remove that by getting dependencies, and then we can also sync our code to here. Code here later. Okay, so here let's go back to Android Studio. Actually, let's go back to Monday Hero, and I will select the project path as downloads and new project that I just downloaded, and I click save. I can either sync this component, I can sync all components, or I can sync everything into my local. So it's up to you, whatever you want to get. So I will select sync all of the components and screens so that it will get everything that we just created. And let's go and see our local. You can see images are created here with different sizes. That is ready for development, and you don't need to add them one by one. And here you will see all of the colors are automatically synced. Same applies for textiles. And also you will find all of your strings under translations folder. Here. And then all of the screens that we marked as ready will be here. And also you will find all of the widgets that you created under widgets folder. And now it's ready to use. Together we created components, and then we downloaded all of the images, code, and everything that we previewed on Monday Hero here. And then you can just connect your front end to your back end, and your app will be ready much faster. Please reach me out if you have any questions. I would be happy to help to answer. And thank you for listening. See you.